Tonight, it's the National Football League. It's Super Bowl Sunday. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The stage is finally set, and here we go. Super Bowl 57 is underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Come on now, let's do this.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Montana going right to the air. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play fake. Now here's Montana. That'll be caught by Rice. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Montana. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. operating out of the gun. Here's Montana. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady.
Well, we've all seen what Tom Brady can do on a football field for a couple of decades now. But how about his most impressive accomplishment? Moving to a different franchise and taking them to a Super Bowl title as well. Not many players can continually stiff-arm Father Time the way that he has.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. He's at the 40, 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. What a moment for him, a pick-6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick-6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick-6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick-6 in the Super Bowl.
1
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
8 yards there and a 1st down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. It's Hill, complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From midfield, here's Brady. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
I have to admit I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On first down, Brady. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
To throw again on second down. Brady over the middle. That's caught by Adams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They want to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Brady going to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cooper Kupp, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers are on the board here in this Super Bowl. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
That was a really nice job there, stretching zone coverage by running that route deep enough before breaking it back towards the sideline and being open.
And a precise throw for the reception of the first. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Montana to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. First carry for Christian McCaffrey.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there. A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Brady. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Brady. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Here's Brady to throw. They complete it to Hill. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Good job over there, baby. I see y'all. Good job over there, baby.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside handoff, Henry. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. One quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 10-7 our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now he'll throw with Brady. This is caught. Touchdown. Travis Kelce from 4 yards out. And the Bucs have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Tucker now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. That time a 9-play drive. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They will look to throw. Montana. And this is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Montana. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Las Vegas sending out their punter now, as he's on to kick it away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. Tom Brady and the Bucs set to go back to work. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. Now Brady. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
4 yards remain for second down. Henry up the middle. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Brady. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Throwing now is Brady. It's a slant to Hill. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Henry is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Montana. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Montana over the middle, complete. It's Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gonzalez. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down.
Unfortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. A give to Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Short throw hauled in by Kelce. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Two minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Brady. This will go to Henry out wide. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. To throw is Brady. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Brady's throw here hauled in by Cup. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Brady now to throw. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Again, it's Brady. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He got 29 yards that time.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bucs continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense heading back for one final first half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. To throw is Montana. And this one's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Montana. He finds his man, complete. It's Gonzalez. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this down near the 25. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Now Brady. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Here's A.J. Cole now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. 1st and 10 for Montana and company. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Gonzalez. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That'll be caught. It's Hester. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26. The Raiders on the move, a couple of big plays in succession.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, Montana. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Montana to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Gonzalez. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Another run with Sanders. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady, open man right side is Cup, complete. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what,
you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Third quarter action in Super Bowl 57. Here's a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 41. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards, the final tally.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Here's Brady. And he's got it. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They will look to throw. Montana. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Montana. Man open, it's Moss complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Just 1 more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Montana. This little short throw to Witten. Just a gain of a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He'll look to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he gets the first down.
Montana going for it on 4th. That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Sanders is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football, just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there, ends up getting spilled for a loss.
This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They'll drop this off to Peyton. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation.
Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, fourth quarter, you're going. Going to try to throw for it with Montana. That is caught by Moss. Touchdown, Raiders. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped. Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And as he throws and the ball is out, it's a live football.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And it's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they have been the better of the 2 sides to this point with a 2-score lead, fourth quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive, 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now Brady. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is going to have a Bucs first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Brady now on 1st down. The slant connects with Devontae Adams. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Brady to throw again. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. To throw is Brady. And that's complete to Adams. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bucs are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Montana. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rice. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies...
Oh, a strip. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll take this one down near the 15. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on second and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a third and goal. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the Super Bowl, and they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy to cap an amazing season. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.